It's because we are built upon validation. We are built upon the way in which we need other people to tell us what we are worth. We need other things to tell us how valuable we are, and we do not find it in ourselves to give enough value to ourselves, because since you are born, you're always been associated with how much output can you provide rather than how useful you are actually. So let us say you were just born, and if you weren't prideful enough for your family, or if you weren't doing something which would make sure to tell that you are useful enough, you're not getting the love you deserve. I don't know, like majority of the cases this has happened where people restrict love, or people restrict certain things from a child because he hasn't done certain things. And it doesn't make sense that you're restricting love from a child because he hasn't done a certain thing, because love doesn't need to be restricted. So my point being here is, we all have become such validation craving machines that until and unless something is validated, you don't feel like doing it. Hobbies aren't hobbies anymore, and we do them for what other people would think if we learn a skill rather than do I like it really. Like when was the last time someone learned a guitar because they actually wanted to learn and rather not look cool in front of others? Don't get me wrong, it's not wrong to learn a guitar to look cool in front of others. The point I'm trying to make here is, every single action you do, why is it not for yourself but for others? Why is it in a way in which that you want to tell that, okay, I'm going to do this, it might be cringe, it might not be good to look at, maybe I like knitting and I want to do knitting, it is a very boring thing and maybe people don't like looking at it, but I want to do it. See, my point here being is not about knitting or not about guitar. Why are you not choosing things to do for yourself? Why do you want to do things for others? Why do you need that validation so badly? I want you to I like I want you to come out of that mindset where you're thinking about always what will you get in return when you do something. For once, do something without getting anything in return, right? Do it for your enjoyment. Do it for the time you spend. Do it for the person you love. Do it for yourself. Isn't it that even if you are thinking about it in a return perspective, isn't the love you receive and isn't the love you give enough of a return for what you are learning? You don't need to make everything an exchange. You can make everything an experience. Why make it an exchange when you can make it an experience, right? So that's what I was thinking. You should stop going behind validation so much, because the more you go behind it, the more you will want it, and the more you want it, the more desperate you become for it. So make sure you don't go behind validation. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching.